If you're in the market for the greatest smartphone, chances are you've come across two contenders, the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra and the Apple iPhone 15 Pro Max. The S24 Ultra is set to launch on January 17, 2024. We already have all the details on this powerhouse device. Here's the scoop: both the new Galaxy and iPhone 15 boast great screens, cutting-edge chips, upgraded camera systems, and impressive battery life. Here's something you may not have known. Samsung is ahead of Apple when it comes to AI capabilities, with their Galaxy AI features that they recently teased. Additionally, there are rumors of a new zoom camera and possibly a brighter screen well. So what sets these two devices apart? When it comes to design and style, both the Galaxy and iPhone have their aesthetics. The Galaxy S24 Ultra boasts a size with wider dimensions expected to be heavier and features distinctive sharp corners. On the other hand, the iPhone 15 Pro Max has a conventional appearance with rounded edges. In terms of button placement, the Galaxy positions its power and volume keys on the right side, while the iPhone places its power button on the right and volume keys on the left. This arrangement makes it easier to simultaneously press them for actions like taking a screenshot. Additionally, the iPhone introduces a feature called an action button. It's a concept that allows you to personalize its function according to your preferences. However, some may find its placement in the corner a bit inconvenient, as it can be challenging to reach. For the time ever, USB-C is now available on iPhones well, joining Galaxy devices that have been using it for approximately a decade. This change is news, as you no longer need to search for lightning cables. Certainly, the Galaxy also includes the S Pen, which is a feature of this phone. It's pretty cool to have a stylus integrated into it. However, we don't expect to see any changes to the functionality of the S Pen this year. Both phones are also IP68 water and dust protected, just like pretty much all other flagships. The Galaxy offers a wider screen size, giving you a spacious display compared to the iPhone 15 Pro Max. What's interesting is that the actual screen area on the Galaxy is even larger than what the diagonal numbers suggest, thanks to its aspect ratio. Both phones have embraced screens with a subtle curved glass at the edges, which we believe is a positive change. When it comes to resolution, both phones support high-quality visuals. The Galaxy should have an advantage with its 1440p resolution for sharper images. Additionally, both phones support a rate of 120 Hz and can go as low as 1 Hz for static content. One area where the Galaxy is expected to outshine the iPhone is in screen brightness. The S24 Ultra can reach a brightness of 2600 nits compared to the iPhone's 2000 nits. This higher brightness level proves useful when using your phone outdoors on days, but might not be crucial otherwise. In terms of biometrics, the Galaxy relies on an in-screen fingerprint scanner that has proven reliable and fast enough in generations. Moreover, there is also the option of recognizing faces through images. On iPhones, Face ID is available, as the method utilizing a 3 representation of your facial features. Both a fingerprint and face recognition are nice to have, and it really depends on personal preference which one you use. When it comes to performance, the battle is getting heated. Apple's new A17 Pro chip, the world's first based on a 3nm process, has not quite lived up to the huge hype. And then on the other hand, the Galaxy S24 Ultra is coming with a new Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip inside, which, rumors say, has found the perfect balance between increased performance and power efficiency. Samsung might go back to offering different versions of the Galaxy S24 in different markets. The US and many other popular markets are expected to get the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip, but some countries will probably get a version of the S24 Ultra with the Samsung Exynos chip instead. However, as you can see in the benchmark scores, the Snapdragon Galaxy model should beat the iPhone in terms of graphics performance and even outscore it slightly in multi-core CPU performance. Certainly, the major distinction will lie in the software. Recently, Samsung has given a glimpse of what they call Galaxy Eye, promising quality and some clever photo editing capabilities akin to Pixel Phone's Magic Editor. Apple and the iPhone have been relatively late to join the AI game, with expectations for AI features to be introduced in September 2024 with the iOS 18 update. It remains uncertain what extent these features will encompass. The Galaxy S24 is anticipated to operate on Samsung's One UI 6.1 software layered on top of Android 14, while the iPhone runs on iOS 17. Each platform has its advantages, but we eagerly await Samsung's commitment towards their software offerings. In news, Google has announced 7 years of software updates for their Pixel 8 series, whereas Samsung has far provided 4 years of support. Apple does not publicly disclose the duration of support for its phones. However, it typically ranges between 5 to 6 years. An intriguing detail that Apple has incorporated into iPhones is satellite connectivity, a feature not available on mainstream Android phones. Rumors suggest that the Galaxy S24 Ultra might be among the devices to adopt this technology. Time will tell if those rumors hold true. Meanwhile, the S24 Ultra retains its 4-camera setup on the rear. There are changes to one of them. On the other hand, the iPhone 15 Pro Max features 3 cameras on its back, including a brand 5x tetraprism zoom lens. It's hard to say which one is better at this point. Let's explore what we do know far. To begin with, despite having a sensor, the Galaxy S24 Ultra is expected to default to capturing 12-megapixel photos. In contrast, the iPhone 15 Pro Max now captures 24-megapixel photos and promises increased detail. Samsung is also planning improvements in image processing for a natural look in pictures by reducing aggressive sharpening and saturation. This addresses one of the complaints about Samsung cameras. Both phones have wide cameras with a resolution of 12 megapixel. When it comes to zoom capabilities, the Galaxy offers both a 3x and a 5x zoom lens this time around, while the iPhone only has a 5x zoom lens. Interestingly, rumors suggest that the Galaxy will utilize a 50-megapixel sensor for its 5x zoom camera, enabling quality at up to 10x through sensor crop techniques. Additionally, Samsung claims that their Galaxy Eye technology will enhance shots further. It's worth noting that these details provide an understanding of how these devices differ in terms of camera specifications and capabilities. However, definitive judgments regarding their performance are yet to be determined. The other big battle is for video quality, where the iPhone currently reigns supreme as videos from previous Galaxy phones still have a bit of noise and are not quite as clean. We are yet to see if Samsung can make big improvements there. What Samsung does have is 8K video recording, and now that should work at 5x too, an option missing on the iPhone, but we are not sure many people really care about that considering the huge size associated with 8K video and the lack of support on most monitors and TVs. The Galaxy S24 is expected to have a battery size of 5,000 mAh, giving it an advantage over the iPhone 15 Pro Max, which has a 4422 mAh battery. However, it's important not to rely on these numbers as there are differences in how Android and iOS optimize battery usage. iOS has the ability to extract power from the battery size. In real-world usage with the iPhone 15 Pro Max, we found that we can go for 2 days between charges if we don't spend time glued to the screen. We're yet to determine if the Galaxy S24 can match this performance. Rumored power efficiencies of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 should assist in that regard. When it comes to charging speeds, the Galaxy is projected to be faster at 45 watts compared to the iPhone speed of 20 watts. However, in reality, the iPhone can reach speeds of around 25 watts, higher than its advertised 20 watts. Nonetheless, this still means you'll need 1 hour and 40 minutes for a charge on an iPhone, compared to just about an hour for the Galaxy. When it comes to making a choice, both of these options have their strengths. The Galaxy phone being the one offers features, like the S Pen for those who find it useful, well as the flexibility and customization available with Android. It also boasts an improved camera system. On the other hand, the iPhone has caught up in terms of its own zoom capabilities, provides the elegance of iOS along with the Apple ecosystem that many appreciate. Additionally, it is expected to have better battery life. In terms of pricing, they should be quite similar, starting at around $1,200 at least, that's what we expect. So now I'm curious, are you Team Apple or Team Galaxy? What are your reasons behind your choice? Let us know it down below in the comment section, and if you are still watching then a sub to the channel will be massive. Now for those excited, we're going to run through the full specs design and the price for each model in this 24 series to help you guys decide which one is right for you. Now for my regular viewers, you guys have seen this, so just skip to the next video, but if you're new here, then hit subscribe button for future updates too. Now we'll get right into it. The standard Galaxy S24 is coming with a 6.2-inch, 120Hz dynamic AMOLED display. We get a resolution of 2340 by 1080, and it's going to be using Samsung's new M13 OLED panels protected by Gorilla Glass Victus 2 with an Armor Aluminium 2.0 protection. We get a 12 megapixels punch hole camera for the selfies. Then on the rear, it's a 50 megapixels primary camera, a 12 megapixels ultra-wide, and a 10 megapixel telephoto, and of course it's going to be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 in Canada and USA. While rest of the countries worldwide are going to be getting the Exynos 2400. We get 8 gigs of RAM and a choice of 128 or 256 gigs storage, and this is going to be a UFS 4.0. It comes with a 4000 mAh battery, and while having a 25 watts fast charging. We do know that we're getting 5G, Bluetooth 5.3, and Wi-Fi 7. Now it's coming with One UI 6.1 based on Android 14, and it's expected to launch from about $850 to $900, and that's going to be in February 2024. Now next up, we've got the Galaxy S24 Plus with a 6.7-inch 120Hz dynamic AMOLED display. We get an upgraded Quad HD Plus resolution of 3120 by 1440, and it's going to be using Samsung's new M13 OLED panel, and again protected by Gorilla Glass Victus 2 with an Armor Aluminium 2.0 protection. We get a 12 megapixels punch hole camera for the selfies. Then on the rear again, it's a 50 megapixels primary, a 12 megapixels ultra-wide, and a 10 megapixel telephoto. It's going to be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 in Canada and USA. While rest of the countries worldwide are going to be getting the Exynos 2400, and again, we get 12 gigs of RAM, then the choice of 256 or 512 gigs storage, which will be UFS 4.0. It comes with a 4900 mAh battery, while having 45 watts fast charging, and again we get 5G, Bluetooth 5.3, and Wi-Fi 7. It's coming with One UI 6.1 based on Android 14, and it's expected to launch from about $1,050. Now finally, we've got the most premium, the Galaxy S24 Ultra. With this 24 Ultra, we got a 6.8 in 120Hz dynamic AMOLED display. It's got a resolution of 3088 by 1440, and again, it's using Samsung's new M13 OLED panel protected by Gorilla Glass Victus 2. We get a 12 megapixels punch hole camera for the selfies. Then on the rear, it's a 200 megapixels primary camera, a 12 megapixels ultra-wide, we get a 50 megapixels 5 times, as well as a 10 megapixels 3 times telephoto zoom. Despite previous rumors it's going to be powered up by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 in all regions, and it's only this 24 and this 24 Plus that is still going to be using the Exynos, and with this 24 Ultra, we get up to 12 gigs of RAM with the choice of 256, 512, and 1 terabyte of storage. And this is of course UFS 4.0. It comes with a 5000 mAh battery, and while having 45 watts fast charging, and we're also going to get 5G, Bluetooth 5.3, and Wi-Fi 7. Now it's coming with One UI 6.1 based on Android 14, and it's expected to launch from $1,250. So overall, the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra brings a fresh design with more strength and much brighter display, on top of upgraded hardware and lots of new AI features. The inclusion of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 in all models of the Ultra feels like a good move from Samsung, and with upgrades across the whole lineup, it should see plenty of success. Now, because of the similarities to the predecessor, though it's probably not going to make anyone with an S23 Ultra rush for an upgrade, but for anyone with an older S phone or looking to get their first S phone, then it's going to be a great choice. Now, of course, being so close to launch, more and more details are going to continue to come in, and I'm going to be sharing them as soon as they do. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing in the future. So, how do you like these new changes on the upcoming S24 lineup from Samsung? Share it down below in the comments section, and for more updates you can check out our channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you for the next time. Peace out.